loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a first down carry by Bell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Herbert. This one left side caught by Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judah. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground. Back to throw now in his own end zone. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pollard. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off play action, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check back the ladder, check back the ladder. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. At the 31-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away.
Herbert has it knocked free and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now it's Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception...
The long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up. Following the interception, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Fields now to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. Touchdown, L.A. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw, Fields. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a give, right side, Pollard. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. It's a 40-yard return following a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Book. He'll check it down to Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here's Fields. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And That's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Caught here by Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 2nd
and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, "Oh, no." And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Gregory Rousseau with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
To throw is Fields.
Rolling to his right.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allowed.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Donald Parham.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Book. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 73 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. On 1st down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Porter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Hockenson here. A gain of 6 there on first. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for L.A. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.